Well, hey there, fellow TikTokers. How are you today? I hope you're all having a wonderful day because I got the T from LT. So, that being said, you know, I saw a couple of videos where they're trying to justify their actions and whatever it is they're doing. And I find that really interesting because, they talked about how they took pictures in the bathroom and that, if they were, a cis person, this wouldn't be an issue. And they proceeded to show cis women, celebrities, who took pictures by themselves in a bathroom. But that's the key word, by themselves. And there's probably a very good chance that they were in a private bathroom, not a public bathroom. And even if they were in a public bathroom, they were still by themselves. Now, this person claims to have made it about, well, if I was a cis woman, this wouldn't be a problem, but because I'm trans, I'm held to a higher standard. No, that's not it at all. You broke the fucking law, and you showed people in your pics. You see, and it's funny because they actually think that they did nothing wrong. And they're a lot like the that Jessica girl up in Canada that still had their parts, and they wanted to make appointments to have laser hair removal or gynecology or this, that, and the other. And when they got rejected by said places, they tried to sue these places. And sadly, she actually put a couple of those places out of business, all because she wanted to sue them because she specifically picked on a few places that were Muslim, that don't do things like that, especially to people with those parts. And then they chose to sue, and of course that caused these companies to go out of business. And that's exactly what LT is doing. The same effing thing. They're going to put people out of business, or they're trying to make some sort of weird point. But the thing about it is they're constantly making this about being trans. It has nothing to do with being trans. It's called, you broke the fucking law. See, what happened is they tried to just rate the bathrooms, right? They didn't have any advocacy reasons. They weren't doing any of that bullshit. No. They went in there to antagonize, to rate the fucking bathrooms, and say, haha, I did it. And they didn't think they were going to get any backlash for all the people that showed up in the back of their fucking photos. Then they claimed, well, it was advocacy, and so I did this to create friction, because you have to make friction to make change. And that was just a whole cover fucking story. That's a whole cover story for fuck, I got caught doing something I shouldn't have been fucking doing, so we're going to call it advocacy. And then we're going to try to say that it's because I'm a trans person that I'm facing all of this criticism, when in fact it has nothing to do with the fact that they're trans. The simple fact is,